Peace and blessings, people. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. What it do, man? This is your boy Musa, man. Bringing you flame. You already know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You be left in that loop, man, every time your boy drop that content, drop that flame, coming out that grease. 450 degrees. It's hot. Coming off your device. It might melt it. But still, when you see it, hit my face on it or hit my name. I like to bring that flame. You already know. Once again, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. What's today's date? What's today's son?
I think it's the
What's today's date?
Today's date. I think
Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right?
What?
The 29th. What time is it? Well, it's about 7:10. Yeah. Nice day here in the Ville. Even though we've been having some news, it's been kind of turbulent, catastrophic. You know what I'm saying? About the little shooting at the school. Man, we've been making headlines about that, man.
Sad.
It's very sad. It's very sad, you know. Especially, man, you know, children that have anything to do with it, and you're starting to find out more information about the suspect. Well, you know, suspect, the person who did it. I mean, it's just, it's crazy. It's catastrophic, man. And you know what? People quiet on that, ain't they? They slick quiet on that tip. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad. It's just sad. But you know what's even more sadder? Do you know what's even more sadder? The black church. Son, do you remember what did you learn going to church all the time when we went to church? What did we learn?
Man, we learn about Jesus like all the time.
That's it. Is Jesus. And you know, being sold a fake dream. I can remember being at Mount Zion and the pastor was talking about, I don't need this, I don't need that. I just need one thing in my life. That's all I need. Just one thing. And don't you know, this is a black church. This man put up a Caucasian Jesus with a little rainbow and everything, and the black women got up and started clapping ass. Clapping ass. I had to get the fuck up out of there. You hear me? Oh, hell no. That right there, I was through with the Christian church. Oh my God, it's a show. And it's nothing serious. Have no power. No power. That's why there's no men in that Mickey Ficky. No men in that Mickey Ficky. Ain't no men, son. Ain't no men in church, man.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
If it's a man, it's somewhere some skinny jeans and they soft. Soft. I mean, you may have one out of harm. You know, harm two. But man, other than that, man, it's whew. But what the Christian church pass on is straight, especially the men version. Because my dad, he stopped going to church. My granddad, he stopped going to church. We let the women believe in that old fairy tale shit, and they love that shit. They can tell you all verses and all. They love that old fairy tale shit rather than facts. Love it. Oh, they believe something just gonna fall out the sky and everybody's gonna hold hands in heaven. Everybody in heaven's not the same. My dreams is totally different from yours. And yours is totally different from mine. So how are we gonna be in heaven together? Stop that. Stop that foolish way of thinking. And see what this is produced. The active way of producing it have produced some docile and weak men. Very, very, very weak. And I got some audio, man. We're going to have some ad-libs today, boy. You going to call me DJ Magic Mike up in this Mickey Ficky.
Ooh, yeah, that man. We're going to give you that, man.
You going to call me DJ Magic Mike up in this Mickey Ficky. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? So we finna go ahead and cook. We finna go ahead and cook. You know, I got granddad on the audio right now. And it's going to be in correlation to what we're talking about. Trust me. You're going to have a good little show today. We're gonna have a good little show today. But with the government of America, what they produce, the men that they run these churches, ooh, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Ought to be ashamed of themselves. Oh man.
This is a government guilty of lying. This is a government guilty of deceit. This is a government guilty of hypocrisy. How can we trust their word?
Can't.
When they condemn another man, the Quran, this book of guidance from Prophet Muhammad, or from Allah to Prophet Muhammad to the world, said that whenever an unrighteous man brings you news, look carefully into it, lest you harm a people in ignorance and be sorry for what you did. This is an unrighteous government. When they say that Gaddafi is this and Gaddafi is that, should I say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir? Remember, you said that about Elijah Muhammad. He was my father. You said that about Malcolm X. You said that about Martin Luther King. You said that about Frederick Douglass. You said that about W.B. Du Bois. You said that about Marcus Garvey.
Louis Farrakhan never tell us nothing wrong.
He sure don't, son.
Nah,
He tried to help the black man, the black woman be a better person of themselves, and that's why I love the Minister Farrakhan.
Me too.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, man. I real talk, man. That is my spiritual father.
Exactly.
And my father understand that too. He understand that there ain't no he's the better man. No.
Nah.
The minister is my spiritual father, and he keep me grounded at home, man. That's the way I like to be. But I got some more audio concerning what he talking about, what the government allow bringing in, man. You know what I'm saying? And this wickedness. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Do I got some more of the minister? I sure do. So I got some more of the minister. And it's gonna bring us right on in to what we talking about. Just give me a little second right here. Just give me a little sag.
Yeah, just a little sad.
A little sag.
Why?
Now, when the nation had its demise, Washington was very happy because
Let me see. Is this the right one? Let me see here. No, this is it right here. I apologize. Let's get right here to what we're talking about. Here we go.
every black leader in America that has not spoken out against Wilson Good is a black leader that has no business in front of black people, for you have sympathy with a murderer of our own flesh and our own blood.
That Christian church like it, boy. That Christian.
Any black preacher in Philadelphia who has taken the side of Wilson Good is an enemy of Jesus Christ, is in fact the Antichrist, because I know that Jesus would not have permitted a bomb to be dropped on human beings, women and children, and bless that act. So I warn you, all those of you who think that you have sanctity in your office as mayor simply because you are black, we did not vote you into office for you to be the same treacherous slave master that we saw in the evil Caucasian people. And we must be bold enough and brave enough to speak out against acts of betrayal by black people, even as quickly as we are to speak out against acts of betrayal by white people. Betrayal is betrayal. It don't know any color. And if you are so blind that you will swallow betrayal because a black man does it, then you don't know Satan well enough to defend yourself against it.
Man, go ahead, Louis Farrakhan.
Now, here comes the professor. The professor gave me an epiphany not too long ago. Ooh, about Amos Brown. Do y'all know who Amos Brown is? I didn't know who he was until not too long ago. Thanks to the professor. The professor ain't no joke. Make sure y'all subscribe to. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. Yeah, the professor be bringing, man. He brings that flame. Do you hear me?
Let's find out.
Oh, he do. So let's go ahead. It is the moment of truth from B1, Professor Black Truth. Let's rock and roll with it.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth.
The president of the San Francisco NAACP and the pastor of the Third Baptist Church, Reverend Amos C. Brown. Dr. Brown, thanks so much for being here. So, $5 million.
First of all, I want y'all to hear this motherfucker. I want y'all to hear this nigga, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so ghetto. I couldn't hold it in. I wanted to come through this motherfucking phone and grab him by his neck. This Mickey Ficky talking crazy as hell. Just the old slave mind, boy. That shit irks me, man. It irks me. I just gotta get away. It makes me cringe. So, rah, brothers, if you can listen to this and go through it, it equals you have the mind of a Jedi. You hear me? Boy, that shouldn't turn me right listening to this shit. Oh, boy, let me rewind the back some more.
And the pastor of the Third Baptist Church, Reverend Amos C. Brown. Dr. Brown, thanks so much for being here. So, $5 million to every black resident. That sounds good to me. That sounds like something, that sounds like a plan that everyone would like who would be a recipient of that. So why don't you like that plan?
Let me correct something. The board has not agreed to my $5 million plan.
Yeah, it's a proposal. I know. It's a proposal, but why don't you like the proposal?
Because it has become a laughing stock around this nation, and representatives of it have indicated it was not based on any formula, it was not thought out logically, so that we should not be teasing and tantalizing African Americans. We are in trouble in this city. We need action now. We've had far too many studies, too many analyses, too many suggestions. And if the board were serious about that, this past Tuesday, they would have in principle supported cash payments and suggesting a plan for payment, even though, as some say, we have a deficit, we can't do anything now. Well, deficits don't last always. And even in Germany, Germans paid by install. I'm looking for, and the NACB is looking for, real action and not intentionality. We've talked too much about reparations. In fact, it was the NACB branch that introduced the idea in 2019. So we can't be like Jack and the Bear, making tracks, but getting nowhere. Even this U.S. Congress of this nation has not acted on reparations.
White gal on here looking like, okay, this is some easy work. I don't have to be combative or anything. He is going along with the narrative. Yeah. Keep on going. But she look almost confused, but then she's gonna start smirking. That's crazy.
Principle. And 70% of the nation are against it. Now is the time for all fair-minded, informed, loving, just citizens to join us as African Americans.
Just citizens. That's why nobody respect the old generation, man. Y'all motherfuckers was some cowards. Some of y'all was some cowards, man. And we see it like, damn, you go through life scary like it. I see some niggas at the plant just scared of their shadow. Man, was your dad scared like that, man? I mean, goddamn, have some type of backbone or something. But they ain't like a nigga when a nigga don't get in trouble. His heart don't be. Man, I got in some situations. Heart about to bust. But guess what, man? When that time comes, everything goes so fast. You just gotta confront it. You can't think of the what ifs. You only have one life. One life. And damn it. You want to be a good example to some people. But to some other, man, to some people, they want to live a life as... And it be our old folks, man, brothers, and y'all know it. It be our mamas, it be our daddies, it be our uncles, it be our cousins. Scared of the motherfucker, but we'll raise up to a black quick as hell. Dissect him quick, fast, in a hurry. Anybody else? No, they pander to. Bullshit, man.
And support us as we supported reparations for the Japanese and for the Jewish community. That's the bottom line issue. We are not against cash payments, but we want sincere action and not optics.
So you don't think this is a...
Sincere action, not optics. Man, give us some bread. Hey, man, you ain't speaking for me. You ain't speaking for me. I want my $5 million. I want my $5 million. You damn right. Boy, these old folks, man. God, dog, these old folks, man.
So sorry to interrupt, but you don't think this is a serious proposal by the Board of Supervisors?
It's not on the board what has happened. The board has not acted. It was a representative of the task force who threw out this number without any basis for it. And people are entitled to their opinions.
Without no basis for it. How'd they come up with the number then, motherfucker?
But on issues like this, you need facts and you need practicality. And that's the only thing the NACP is looking for. Real action and not suggestions.
Thank you. Dr. Brown, I really appreciate you clarifying all of that for us.
Notice how that Camerata woman was smiling and all giddy, especially when she said, "That sounds good to me. That sounds like a plan that everyone would like who's a recipient." By the way, she used to work for Fox, and given her sarcastic, smarmy attitude, it's clear she still does, at least in spirit. For those of you who may have missed it, the clown who was slamming his gums, that was Reverend Amos Brown. You'll recall that we talked about him last week. Well, now at least we know who the original Amos and Andy was. And before we go any farther, I fully expect that a number of commenters are going to call themselves sticking up for Reverend Brown. Yesterday on Twitter, I had a brief infestation of such individuals. It's the same way as whenever we talk about the current presidential administration, we get the usual contingent of Biden bots and especially the Kamala butt kissers who come out of the woodwork. Well, please whine away. Amos Brown is a disgrace to humanity. Dr. King said we're coming to Washington to get our check. But this civil rights retread says black people don't need a check. And please don't try to cop out to say he wants cash reparations. No, he doesn't. We got the receipts. He got lit up last week when he was caught rejecting cash reparations, so don't try it. And even though he claims we've been wanting reparations since 2019, right? Then why is it that he still doesn't have a concrete cash reparations figure in mind yet? Last 4 years, he ain't been thinking about it, apparently. All he says is that, well, $5 million is an arbitrary figure. That's the problem. It's just that $5 million, that's an arbitrary figure. What are they basing that on? Notice that he does not actually tell you what figure that he would prefer. He doesn't say that. He just says he doesn't like the one that's being put out there. Learn to recognize when someone is lying to you. If he really doesn't oppose cash reparations and his problem is just that he thinks the $5 million figure was picked out of the air, then why doesn't he tell us all what figure he would consider to be more well-reasoned? But he...
I'm going to leave a link in the description box, man. I appreciate the professor. You know, I just want a little snippet, man, just get in context of what we're talking about, man. This is old scary man. The old scary black man figure in them Christian churches, man. Y'all done failed, and it is what it is. We just have to let y'all go. Have to let it go. Oh, 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 oh. Just like another love TKO. This your boy Musa, man. Peace and a ball of high grace. Hope you like the video. Leave me some comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Holla.
He has not been able to break my spirit. They hate Farrakhan. What you hate me for? I don't rob nobody. I don't steal. I don't lie. I don't fornicate. I'm not a homosexual. I don't countenance dope. I clean people up from that. Why you don't like me? You don't like me because I met the one who would consume you with the spirit of his mouth on the brightness of his coming. I don't represent God will come. Hell no. When you see a black man, listen to me good. Listen. Listen. When you see a black man stand up in the most powerful government on earth and speak as I speak and walk as I walk and live as I live and don't care nothing about that enemy, then you ought to know God is not to come. God is already present. He's here. He's in the world.